Marketing, and today we're very excited to come to you with some information. If you're a small business and you are maybe already on social media, but you're really not quite sure what you're doing, or maybe you are a small business that wants to outsource this and find someone else to actually do it for you, so maybe some tips to guide that conversation. Here at Sweet Tea Social Marketing, we love helping small businesses really be able to leverage the power of social to help grow their current business. And you may have a website, you may not, you may have a Facebook page, you may think it's really terrible, or you honestly might be so busy running your business that you just don't have time to pay attention to your social media. And that's really what we try to focus on. But what we want to do is have this be a resource for you. I know a lot of times as a small business owner, it can often feel that maybe people just kind of want to scam you, or they're going to take your money, or you're not really sure how it's going to ultimately increase your bottom line. So what we want to do is just share maybe 10 minutes worth of information just to maybe educate you a little bit more as a small business owner, to maybe make wiser choices, maybe ask better questions the next time that you're having a meeting, maybe with someone who you might be considering to use for your services. So first thing what we want to do is just highlight that social media is a great place to be. Millions and millions of people are going online to find recommendations, to find services. And if you're not on social media for your small business, what you're really doing is saying, I'm not really interested in connecting with those potential customers. So from a wise business decision, being on social media is really a great tool and a great resource. Now, maybe you use social for yourself. So maybe you feel that since I have a Facebook page, or I've got, I'm on Twitter and I use those things for myself, well, then I can just do this also for my business. And I'm not saying that you can't, and there are a lot of small business owners that are using social media themselves and they're doing it well. But just to let you know that you want to have a strategy and you want to have a plan. So a couple things to point out. If you want to have one tip that you take away from this, if you are considering social media for your business, we at Sweet Tea Social Marketing recommend that you realize that you need to be consistent. It's honestly worse to have a Facebook page that was last updated 5 months ago, or even worse, a year ago, and have a potential client come there and see that, than it would just be for you not to be there at all. So we like to say, if you're going to get out there and you're going to get on social media, make the commitment and take the time to do it, and to do it well. We like to have clients and let them know that 6 months is our minimum of time frame that we are going to say that we are going to come in here and dive in here with you, help you audit your current social media platforms if you're already out there, or create from scratch getting you out there on social media. Doesn't mean that it takes 6 months to get leads, or it doesn't mean that it takes 6 months to see a return on your investment, but what it does mean is social as a strategy is not something that you have a plan to do just for 30 days or for 2 months. You kind of need to want to say, I'm going to be in this for the long haul, and at minimum, I'm going to dive into this for 6 months, and then evaluate at the end of that 6-month time frame to say, is this working out? Is this a good investment for my business? Have I generated new leads? Have I increased my income? So that's what we personally recommend for clients that are interested in coming on social media, especially if it's for the first time. We work a lot with local businesses, and what we want to let you know is that being connected and being on social media does not just mean that you're out there posting. So if you hire someone such as Sweet Tea Social Marketing, the only thing that we're doing is not just getting on Facebook or getting on Twitter and posting a photo, or posting a couple posts or a couple tweets a day. There is way more that goes into good social media management. So some things that you may want to know that kind of go into the process is you want to make sure that you have a posting strategy. When are you going to post? You're going to want to post at times a day that your people that you're wanting to reach are also on social media. So maybe for that business model that you're in, maybe that means that you're posting around 8:30 in the morning, you're posting again at 11:30, maybe you're posting again at 4:30, and maybe you're posting again at 7 p.m. You know, sometimes it's easy to say, you know, these banking hours, 8 to 5, I don't want to post beyond that. But when you think a lot of people that are getting off work, they put the kids to bed and they're finally having a minute to maybe sit down and have a break, and they're getting on social media, maybe the time that they're going to be on there and the clients that you want to reach are really out there between the hours of 7:30 and 9 p.m. So if you're not making any posts during that time frame, you may not be really leveraging the power that social media really could help for your business. So you definitely want to have a posting strategy on the time that you are making posts. Another great tip is that when you're on social media, you want to choose the platforms that ultimately are great on where your potential clients are going to be. So if you are an art gallery that is wanting to be on social media, and you are a moving company, or you are an ice cream shop, or you are a stationery maker, or let's say you are a tax service, all of those obviously are going to be serving people, and we all at the end of the day know that if you've got someone who's wanting to pay for your service or your products, you're probably going to be very happy and glad to have them as your customer. But you and I both know that if you looked back over the last 6 months of your records, you would be able to indicate, who are we currently attracting as clients? Maybe your clients are in the age range of 40 to 55 years old, and maybe they're men. Well, you may not maybe choose Pinterest as a place that you want to go as a prime social media platform, because there may be less men on Pinterest. And we know that there are a lot of men actually on Pinterest. So absolutely don't discount Pinterest and think it's just for women. But we just kind of say that in general to say you need to know who your target client is. And you may currently be reaching customers that are of a demographic that are different than what your target is. So, you know, in making that decision, we want to kind of go over briefly some of the primary main social media channels that we find that businesses are getting on for business. So, of course, there's Facebook. So Facebook is fantastic, and we would say that everyone would probably be able to say that their target client base is on Facebook. Facebook is growing. It is filled with millions of people that check in every single day. They spend hours on social media, and they're on Facebook. So if you are a business, if you're especially a local business, I would probably say as a number one, Facebook is where you want to be. Now we also have Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Pinterest, there is LinkedIn, and of course, there's Google+, there's some others, but that's primarily where our customers kind of focus on for their social media strategy. Now, another tip I would say for you is that it is much better to have a focus and say, I am going to be on 1 to 2 platforms and do it well and rock it out and be fantastic, than to be on 5 social media channels and you're spread so thin, or it's beyond your budget of what you can afford. So not sure depending on what your budget is, but you can definitely use all of these social platforms in different ways. Twitter, for example, is fantastic because it's short. You have 140 characters, and you can actually use videos, 30-second long videos. That's currently what it is. And you can also use pictures, and you can also use text, and you can have a link as well, and you can do mentions of other people or other businesses. But it's great for customer service. It's great for just kind of like on the fly comments here and there. But just to tell you that the lifespan of a tweet is about 15 to 20 minutes. So what does that mean? That means that if someone is going to actually be coming on Twitter and you make a post, and let's say you are a donut company and you say, come by. We've got a special today where you buy one, get one free if you mention the special code, you know, donuts tweet. Okay, well, once you make that post on Twitter, about the lifespan, because Twitter comments move so quickly, it's going to be seen maybe for like the next 15 to 20 minutes. So if you have a strategy of posting once a day on Twitter, do you really think that that's going to give you a great return on your investment? So really keep that in mind. You're going to want to tweet much more often than once a day. And so that's what we would recommend for a business that's wanting to be on Twitter, is that they're going to be wanting to post 4, 5, 10 times a day if they're wanting to really be out there and be viable and to be really connecting with the community and their audience. And there are many other great tools that you can use on Twitter to reach out to other people. You can use great search features on Twitter, and you can connect with people. You can even target in specifically by zip code. So you're able to say, okay, I'm looking for this term, and I'm looking in this zip code. What other conversations out there are happening on Twitter that might be something that these could be potential customers and clients? So Twitter is very powerful, and it's kind of like its own little beast, a little bit different, obviously, than Facebook, but very, very something that you might want to consider. Another cool one is Instagram. Instagram is huge. If you don't know this, Instagram has been bought by Facebook. So it may become farther down the road that you may have to pay more in the future on Instagram to maybe promote posts or to advertise. But currently, Instagram is the place that you are going to want to definitely check out for 2015 as a possible place to be. It's very visual. When you make a post, you have a graphic. You can have text overlay on it. Within Instagram, in your bio, you can have a link. So that link could be back to your website, or it could be a link maybe to your e-newsletter sign up landing page. And that's something that you can tweak, and you can do videos on Instagram also that are pretty awesome for 15 seconds, and that's the current time frame. But again, you've got a visual way, and video and pictures and graphics and visual content are huge. And I don't see that changing. So if you want to connect with people and you've got brands, or you've got beautiful cupcakes, or you've got beautiful handmade products that you have made, Instagram is a great way to consider for your business. Now, another one that you may not think of, especially for a local business that we think is fantastic, is you have Pinterest. Pinterest is great because what you can do is you can set yourself up a business Pinterest page. And then what you have the opportunity to do is to create boards based on content that's relevant to your business. You can create beautiful graphics, get people's attention. You go out there, you connect with other people, and you have a way to put content that's out there that's helpful to other people that they may not only see it once, but they may like it, they may repin it. Then other people who are not maybe connected with your brand can also then come and see it and repin it. And as you know, if you use Pinterest personally to try to look up, you know, great teacher gift ideas or paint colors or recipes, people who are on Pinterest spend a lot of time on Pinterest, and they typically go there when they're really kind of looking to make action. They're looking for, you know, an idea that kind of is going to take them to the next step. So if you're a business or you're a brand, not just out there selling what you do, but you're putting valuable information out there for people to want to connect with you, and they're going to follow you, and you might be putting out information that's going to ultimately keep you top of mind. So maybe they may not need your services now, but maybe their friends will see the tweets and the pins that you put, for example, on Pinterest, and then they may reach out and connect with you that way. Another cool term, social media platform, is LinkedIn. Now, a lot of people may not think that LinkedIn is a viable tool for them, but what we want to do, if you're very unfamiliar with LinkedIn, LinkedIn is great And it's not just a place to go to if you're looking for a job, but what you can do is use LinkedIn as a powerful tool to connect with other businesses. So if you're first logging on to LinkedIn, we would recommend that you go, let's say you are a donut company. Okay, well, you want to maybe, if your name is John Rogers, you go on to social media, onto LinkedIn, and you create a page for John Rogers. And then you're going to rock out and have a fantastic bio. You're going to make sure all of your profile information is up to date, that you have keywords, great reasons why people would want to connect with you. You're going to reach out to people within your circle that you do know, and then you're going to start building and making connections with people that you don't know, or maybe connections that are connections of other people that you know on LinkedIn. And ultimately, how can that help your business? What you can do is it will help other people have you top of mind when they need what you have to offer. Now, LinkedIn is typically used very well for B2B, which is business to business, and maybe less B2C, which is business to consumer. So if you have a service that you are offering and the people who use your service are other businesses, well, it may be a great social media place for you to go to make those connections with those other professionals that you currently do know and that you want to know. Because what you can do is then those people will think of you, they will think of you as a thought leader, they will think of you as an influencer, and then you may come to mind when they are looking for someone who is looking for a service that you actually offer. So what we would like to let you know is that social media can be powerful, it can be great, but it takes some strategy and some real time to consider where you want to be for social media. If you would like some more information, you could reach out to us. You can find us at email at heather@sweetteasocialmarketing.com. Of course, you can find us on our website at sweetteasocialmarketing.com. And we look forward to connecting with you on social media as well. And all of our social channels are easily able to be found in the links below that we'll post after this video is finished and ready to go. But we would just also like you to ask us if you have questions, or you're a small business owner and maybe you're ready to make that next step, or you want to be on social media but there's something that's holding you back. Feel free to reach out to us via comments below or via email, and we would be glad to get back in touch with you. We hope you have a fantastic day. And again, what we always try to do is do social media and marketing with a splash. Take care and God bless.